Hi. So just thought I would drop in and say hello on this Monday evening. Probably seen over the last few weeks I've been talking lots about acne. That's because June has been Acne Awareness Month. And obviously it's something that I'm quite passionate about because I've always suffered from acne myself. Up until a couple of years ago, really. I still get odd breakouts, but a couple of years ago, a colleague recommended a brand to me called Illumia, and it basically just changed my life in regards to my skincare and professional treatments, peels and things that I have. And it's just amazing. And because I've always suffered with it, it's something that it knocked my confidence. I see other people that suffer from it, teenagers, adults, both men and women, and it really does knock confidence. So it's something that if I can help, I really want to help others with it because of the impact it's had on my own life, really. So that's a bit about sort of why I've chose to talk about acne. So there's lots of reasons why people can suffer from acne. So one of the biggest ones that most people know about is hormones. So often this starts in teenage years, and hormones are like up and down and all over the place. And many people think that acne and breakouts and spots are just a teenage problem, when in fact it is very much an adult problem as well. Women in particular can suffer, particularly in the 30s and into the 40s. There's lots of reasons it occurs, sometimes excess oil production. Sometimes it's just a build up of products, or you might be using the wrong product for your skin type. Blocked pores with products and dead skin cells, and some people are just more prone to the P acne, and they carry the P acne on the skin that really sort of flares it up and gives you them inflammatory pustules and things. So what can you do about it? So there's a few things. So one, you want to be using a cleanser that's appropriate for your skin. So sometimes if you do suffer from really, really oily skin and you do have really sort of pustular, lots of massive acne breakouts, you do want something that's going to cut through that. But sometimes using really harsh abrasive ingredients can actually make it worse. So it's really important that you do get that cleanser right. So you want something that cuts through the oil and grease. You want something that's gonna really take the build up of product away from your day, and you want to be cleansing in the morning and at night to get rid of that product, to get rid of the oil, to get rid of the bacteria on the skin. Secondly, you want to be exfoliating. So using something like salicylic acid, it's an amazing ingredient. It cuts through oil, so because it can get through the oil, it's one of the better sort of acids to be using to cleanse, because if you're using something that can't get through the oil, it's never going to get rid of the dead skin cells and get rid of it because it can't get through the oily skin. So salicylic acid will help to exfoliate the skin, but it will penetrate deep into the pores because it'll get through the oil. The other thing is moisturise. So somebody who's suffered from acne and has oily skin, by the end of the day, my face is usually a bit like an oil slick. Wake up first thing in the morning, my T-zone, it's just full of oil. So I hated any moisturisers. I just hated them. I stayed away from them. But actually, it's one of the worst things that you can do. Hi, David. So if you don't moisturise your skin will produce more oil because it's moisturising itself. So again, you want to use the appropriate moisturiser. Anything that's too oily or really heavy is going to block your pores. So some of the ingredients that you want to be looking out for. So we've mentioned the salicylic acid. Hinacatil is a really natural ingredient, and it's in a lot of the Illumia products for acne. It's antibacterial, it's antimicrobial, it's antifungal, it's anti-inflammatory, it helps soothe, it's brilliant, and it's all natural. So it will help if you suffer from the P acne, it'll help settle that bacteria down. The other thing is retinol. So using a retinol increases the skin cell turnover, so it stops them dead skin cells blocking the pores. It helps to increase the turnover, so it can help with pigmentation and scarring and things as well. Again, it's really important if you start to use a retinol to use it properly. Start off slow and build it up slowly as you go along. Hi Maria. As well as sort of the home care things that you can be doing, there's also professional treatments that you can have, skin peels, skin rejuvenation, whatever you want to call it. Some people get frightened when we say skin peels because they think, oh my god, my face is going to fall off, or they think of like Samantha from Sex in the City. Some of you may be too young to remember that, but they think that the whole face is going to peel off. So actually it's about using something that's gentle, that's going to penetrate through, that's going to unblock your pores, get rid of the top layers of the skin. So it's quite, they are, Maria, honestly, peels are my absolute favourite all-time treatment. Love them. So what can you expect? So you might get, having the treatment, might feel a bit warm, might feel a bit tingly, a bit itchy on your skin. Skin might go a bit red. Sometimes people will say it might be a bit nippy or a bit stingy. It doesn't tend to last for too long if you do feel that it's a little bit uncomfortable. And if you feel too uncomfortable, the treatment can be stopped. But I've never had to do that, to be honest. Afterwards, might be a bit pink, might be a bit red, can be like that for a couple of days. Tend to, if you're gonna, sorry, that was just my little boy just popping his head round the door. If you're gonna peel, tends to happen between days 2 and 5, really, but not everybody does. So sometimes you might just find that you peel in little places, or sometimes your skin just might go a bit dull. Sometimes you don't even notice it, especially when you're cleansing your face. It might just slough off a little bit. And then usually about 7 to 10 days is when you're kind of left with the final result. If you have a skin peel with myself, I give you a post-procedure pack to use as well. So this is because your skin can be a bit irritated afterwards. So we want to help prepare. We've broken down that skin barrier to try and get in and treat it. We want to help build it up again. Usually for something like acne, a course of peels are recommended. So again, depending on exactly what we're treating, are we just treating acne, are we treating pigmentation, are we treating scarring, or are we treating a combination of all three? So a course might be 3 to 6, 2 to 3 weeks apart. So yeah, that's kind of got to the end of telling you about acne, what causes it, products to look out for, ingredients to look out for in your products. You know, your skincare is only as good as the ingredients in your product, really. So if you're using an appropriate product, it'll sort of never get better. Hi Gemma, just kind of getting to the end of my live. It was mostly about acne and the treatments really for acne. So yeah, I do offer complimentary consultations. So sometimes you're not sure what it is, you're not sure what skin type you've got. So I offer the free consultations so that you can come and you can talk to me about what it is that you're worried about, what you'd like to you can catch up, what it is that you want help with, and we can make a plan. And there's no obligation to go ahead with any sort of treatment. I do have samples of some of the products as well, so if you come for a consultation I can give you some samples to take away and you can see how you feel. But with any skincare, it's important to say that really it takes sort of 8 to 12 weeks before you're going to start to really notice the difference in your skincare. I think sometimes we think, and hands up, I was one up until a few years ago that thought, you start using a new product, you should see the results immediately, and you don't. So something like the acne serum that is within the acne range, within Illumia, you will see results much quicker. You will see the acne start to settle down, but because it's not just caused by one thing, you tend to need to treat a combination of things. It can take a good few months before you see that, so you need to be patient, but you will get results. The products are amazing. So if you'd like to know more, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. If you'd like a consultation so we can discuss it properly, and we can discuss, so it's not only acne, obviously the range treats pigmentation, ageing, skin peels are just good generally, just for a good de-slough of your skin as well. So yeah, if there's any questions or whatever, just drop me a line. See you later.